Got asked some questions on Tumblr about being bilingual, and here are some of the answers. So yeah, let's get started. What languages do you speak? That may be a bit obvious. I speak English, duh. And then I also speak Finnish. Would you say you are fluent in both? Yes. Did you grow up speaking both languages? Yes, I did. And then which language do you speak in mostly? That would be English too. I don't use Finnish all that much. I use it with my dad and my Finnish side of my family, and then, you know, when I'm out and about in the street doing stuff, you know, or when I'm watching TV, because all the TV shows here, they're in English, they don't dub over them, so they'll be in English, and then they just have the Finnish subtitles, and so I'll like read it. I love Finnish subtitles. It's like if I'm watching a movie, I want to have subtitles because I'm just so used to always having subtitles on anything. Anyways, this is probably boring you, but what's your favorite word in your second language? I don't really have a second language, but I guess I'll say Finnish. I think Finnish as a whole is quite an ugly language. Like when you actually think about it, there's like a lot of sounds, and so it's true though. But I don't know, I kind of like the word aurinko. It's like, it like sounds nice when it comes out, like aurinko. And it just means sun. When do you most often use your second language? I guess I kind of answered that already. Finnish. I mean, I live in Finland, so, you know, it does come up daily. Do you prefer watching movies dubbed in your first or second language? I don't like dubbed movies at all. And as I said, like all the films, all the TV shows on TV at the theaters, unless they're like kiddie animations, you know, targeted for little kids, they'll be in the original language, which is most of the time English. So they'll leave it in English and just put the subtitles. Literally translate your favorite expression / phrase. Oh, there's one that's like pihalla kun lumiukko. And it's like when you're confused about something, and I don't know, people don't probably use this really at all. It's probably just something I use in my own head. But it like means like you're out in the yard like a snowman. Do you code switch? Which means switching from one language to another in the middle of a sentence. I do that all the time, and Finnish and English together is called Finglish. And I do that so much. Like sometimes even when I'm doing these videos, I'm pausing for a second because I can't think of the word fast enough. Usually it happens when I'm speaking Finnish and I'll just like mid-sentence switch into English, or like I'll pause for a little bit and like I'll say the English word because the Finnish word I can't think of it fast enough. I think of the English word first. And yeah, and it's tough when the other person doesn't know English and you can't like just substitute a word and keep going, and you just have to sit there like in awkward silence for like a few seconds, and you're like, you know, the thing, and they're like, what are you talking about? You're a crazy person. I'm like, I know. Did being bilingual make school harder or easier for you? It did not make it harder, definitely. I went to an English school, so it was, you know, a given to know English. You had to take a test in English to even get in. So, and then you had to take Finnish as well on the side, and I took Finnish as an A language because I knew it already. And I mean, in Finland we take so many languages anyways. Like in 3rd grade, I think we already started French, and then in 7th grade we started Swedish. So I was doing 4 languages for a few years there. I don't know, knowing 2 of them already and not having like Finnish on top of everything just made it a lot easier, so I only had like 2 new languages, so yeah. What advice would you give someone who wants to become bilingual? I don't know, I mean, because I learned it as a child, so I've never like learned a new language, you know? French would probably be the closest, and I think it makes it easier if you're submerged in the language, definitely. Like, if I were to want to, you know, pick up my French again, you know, I'd probably like go abroad for a while on some exchange or something. Yeah, that would be my advice, you know? Nothing you've ever heard before, you know, something brand new. Wow, you're so smart. How does being bilingual benefit you nowadays? Well, I'm happy I know Finnish because I live in Finland, obviously, and I'm really happy I know English because everyone in schools here had to learn English anyways, and already being fluent in it, it just makes everything a lot easier because it is becoming like the new global language, I guess, in a sense. Like, so many things are in English, and it's just, I'm just glad that I didn't have to learn it from scratch. Lazy! So that was the end of those questions. I hope it wasn't too boring. I just thought it could be interesting to talk about for a little while. And yeah, let me know what languages you speak and if you guys are bilingual or anything. And yeah, so I guess that just about concludes this video. Till next time.